Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. We're at the Bellagio. We're out in the carport area. It's beautiful Art Nouveau carport area. Beautiful lighting, beautiful fountain. Here's the dogs that span the entranceway, and the Bellagio does 4 or 5 yearly themes in terms of their landscaping, and this year, at this point when we're here, Valentine's Week, it is Chinese New Year, so you'll see a lot of Chinese kind of reds, golds, and yellows, and different mixes. So let's go through the doors and see what's in the lobby. Let's start with the fountain first. One of the many fountains at Bellagio. And it shows you, this is just the entryway. There's a similar one on my left. But it's beautiful. Clamshell and the flowing water. And it's really pretty. It's a very welcoming, very beautiful, very luxurious atmosphere here at the Bellagio. So we'll go past the little garden stage here, and another little fountain, another beautiful urn, beautiful lighting, tiling, which is all to be found all over the Bellagio.
Now, Hun, are these live plants?
They are live, and they change 4 times, 5 times a year. And Luke and I actually met the landscape gardener who does all of this. And he is not, believe it or not professionally degreed, but was professionally trained. So let's go through the doors. Sorry, I'm speaking kind of loud to compensate for the fountains. Oh, and I just spotted something. There's shopping galore always in Las Vegas. And I have a couple of frames at home from an artist, picture frames that hold pictures from Jay Strongwater. And so I have to go in there and see what I could get there. And then let's walk further in and have this beautiful ceiling that the Bellagio is famous for, which is the Chihuly ceiling.
Now describe him a little bit and what this space is like.
Chihuly is a very famous artist. I believe he's located on the West Coast, and he wears an eye patch. He's kind of famous. I think something from his glass-blowing days got into his eye and blinded him in one eye. But he has a very famous studio now, and they do these beautiful free-form, I mean, these are huge flowers that just cover the ceiling in all kinds of hues and textures and patterns and shapes and sizes. And
So, Hun, you're saying that all of these free-form pieces were created by a partially blind man?
yes, yeah. Well, at his studio, I'm sure he didn't do each one individually.
Well, yeah, of course, but
his very famous studio now, where I'm sure he has, a number of artisans helping him, created a lot of the artscape at Bellagio. So, and you can see this horse, this beautiful horse, was brought in just for the Chinese New Year. And as Luke will pan the front desk, you'll see all the Chinese New Year themes of the bamboo and the red kind of like lanterns and things like that. So maybe we'll walk up and just get a good view of that close up. I don't know if you need to. And you'll see some of the Chinese figures inside that are made out of flowers. And then again, all real fresh flowers, and then in addition, fresh flowers surrounding each figure and in the huge urns that they stand by. So I mean, it's quite spectacular.
Let's go over to the horse.
This is the horse. And again, this was just for the Chinese New Year. So this, I think the landscape gardener that we met said this will change about March 5th or 7th, something like that. And everything in here in terms of flowers and banners and urns will all change, and this will change as well. The ceiling, of course, always stays the same, but isn't that spectacular? So now we're going to walk into the garden area of the Bellagio, and Luke will narrate the garden tour. So we're just going to walk a little bit more into the gardenscape.
And the one thing I will point out, I was asking a couple of the people out here, the mirrors on the horse, believe it or not, they say that the horse has approximately 25,000 individual mirrored pieces all over it, and it's specifically done in this Chinese horse style motif. If you think of the famous terracotta army, the horses that are rendered in the terracotta are actually rendered in this same kind of imperial pose. But and they've got 4 different light sources on this horse to make it more luminescent.
And I don't know if anybody, maybe we want to pan around to the front desk again and notice all the beautiful tiling work along the front desk and on the flooring. It's all marble inlaid with individual little tiles done. So it's quite pretty.
And some of the other things that I noticed, when you look here at the front desk, you'll see these large flower arrangements in these large urns. Believe it or not, these urns are turned alabaster. So they're translucent with the light inside. They were definitely turned on a lathe and then fluted either by hand or by a machine to do that type of detail work. But it's a very, very lovely lighting experience to see the illumination coming through the milky white alabaster. All right, we're going to pause for now and then pick it up in the conservatory.